People sometimes ask what sort of religion uses an instrument of torture as its primary symbol. And I think the answer is, it's one that takes the pain and suffering of the world seriously. As Jesus walked up the hill, he recognized every leering and jeering face. He knew their names and he knew their histories, just as he knows our faces and knows our histories. And since, as well as being a weak and frightened man, he was also the love that makes the world, to whom all times and places are equally present, he isn't just feeling the anger and spite and unbearable self-disgust of that one crowd on that one Friday morning in Palestine. He is also turning his bruised and bloodied face towards the whole human crowd, past and present and to come, and accepting everything we have to throw at him, everything we feel that we deserve ourselves. The doors of his heart are held open wide, and in rushes the whole pestilential flood, the violent rolling tide of cruelty and failures and secrets. "Let me take that from you," he says. "Give that to me instead. Let me carry it. Let me be to blame instead. I am big enough and I am strong enough. I am not what you were told. I am not your king or your judge. But I am the father who longs for every last one of his children. I am the light behind the darkness. I am the friend who will never leave you. I am the shining your shame cannot extinguish. I am the ghost of love in the torture chamber. I am change and I am hope. I am the refining fire. I am the door where you thought there was only wall. I am what comes after deserving. I am the earth that drinks up the bloodstain. I am the gift without cost. I am, before the foundations of the world. I am. He's all open door, open to sorrow, suffering, guilt, despair, horror, everything that cannot be escaped, and he does not even try to escape it. He turns to face it and claims it all as his own. "This is mine now," he is saying, and he embraces it with all that is left in him, each dark act, each dripping memory, as if it was something precious. And so he took it all, and he still takes it all, for we are the faces in the crowd. When we cry out, "Crucify him!" in our normal Good Friday liturgy, we do so to remind ourselves that the crowd in Jerusalem were not especially evil and not especially vindictive. They were just behaving like people just like us. And as he took the pain and suffering of the people in that crowd into himself, so he takes our pains, our suffering, and our fears into himself today. That is the point. That is the purpose. By dying on that cross, he took into himself the entire accumulated suffering of the world, and we must simply release ourselves of it and hand it to him. For he can and he will take it, every last drop of it. It is how we respond that matters. That is what matters when we have the sum total of our failing taken away from us. That is what sustains us when we eat his body and drink his blood, and as we join in the spiritual communion of the gathered church, in our shared and mutual understanding of the free gift that God has given us in his Son. For he is big enough. He is wide enough. He is man enough. And he is God enough.